fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, what's up, guys? Lane here with Broke Bets. Got my co-host with me, Carson.
Yes, sir.
We are back with our bets for Fiziev versus Gamrot. Came off a positive card for Grasso versus Shevchenko too. Just barely went positive. My voice is all gravelly, but not a really. This is a sketchy ass card, if you ask me. The prelims are pretty bad, and let's just get into this first bet. We'll talk about more of the options later. So, first bet: Marina Rodriguez to beat Michelle Waterson. Marina Rodriguez, this fight's already played out. Pretty much dominated the first fight. She got taken down once, held down for a little bit, not too much damage, and then in the fifth round, I think she still won the fifth round, but her jaw kind of got knocked up a little bit. But in the case of this, I feel like Waterson's also on her way out. Marina Rodriguez is still fighting contenders, and yeah, I feel like the price tag is super easy, but there is a scare that there's something that we say on this channel, which is like rematches almost never are the same fight that you expect them to be, so they don't just replay themselves. So that could be a scare here, but in a women's fight, a stand-up battle, I would assume Rodriguez still gets the better. What do you think?
Yeah, I think she's got the better striking and has the better volume. As long as she's able to stop those takedowns, I think she'll win the decision here.
Right. Next bet, Charles Jourdain to beat Ricardo Ramos. We were talking about this in our breakdown video, but Jourdain just came off of a camp where he trained for Kron Gracie. Coming into this fight, you know, Ramos being a grappler himself, you know, he's still pretty good on the feet. I just feel like Jourdain is going to have more options to be able to strike here and defend the takedowns coming from a grappling camp and survive grappling positions. And we've also seen him come out on top late in fights, you know, the Shane Burgos fight. And he's been just extremely active. I like his style. And Ramos, a lot of times, he's kind of like the flashy, but he doesn't string together punches super well. And I feel like Jourdain just strings together punches a lot better combinations. What do you think?
Yeah, Ramos will be a little wild with those spinning attacks and probably tire himself out a little bit. As longer this fight goes, I like Jourdain even more. So, yeah, like you said, better combos, better striking.
Moving into the props, got one prop. This was our last big bet for you guys. Fiziev and Gamrot to start round 4. I feel like this is a crazy good line. The over 4.5, I believe, is minus 130, but these guys will pace the 5-round fight a little bit better. You know, Gamrot in 3-round fights is such a spastic. He just kind of runs out there and shoots for crazy amount of takedowns. But in a 5-round fight, even if you go watch the Sarukian fight back, he paced it a little bit better, and that's partially why he won the late rounds, because Sarukian was trying so hard in the first 3. And then Fiziev, he doesn't really have that crazy one-punch knockout power, and Gamrot has a pretty good chin, so Fiziev, I think that he can touch up Gamrot here for the first 3 rounds, and he'll pace this fight as well. I mean, when he fought RDA, it was pretty slow. There was a lot of time that got stuck up against the fence, and it was headed towards a decision until that knockout. So, yeah, I like this one to go late. What do you think?
Both these guys are pretty tough and pretty durable. Gamrot's never been finished before, and Fiziev's only been KO'd once, so never been submitted before. So, yeah, I like this to go longer here. Of Fiziev's 6 UFC fights, 7 UFC fights, decision, first round KO, decision, 3rd round KO, 5th round KO, decision. So,
right,
he's headed towards decision most of the time.
And Gamrot against the higher level competition's been going to decisions, and I just think the pace of this fight. I mean, look at how Fiziev came out in like the Bobby Green fight and the Justin Gaethje fight when it was 3 rounds versus his 5-round fight. So I think that's a good indicator. Also, when you're facing a grappler, you got to prepare for not gassing out. So
Exactly.
Final bet, a long shot. We got Bryan battle by decision. This line is now like plus 225, so I know it's kind of out of the way, but I bet this on like Tuesday or something, and it just completely got spiked. And looking at it, I was like, AJ Fletcher's never been finished. Our prediction was just Bryan battle by decision on Tapology, so Fletcher never being finished. Battle, I don't believe he has crazy knockout power. I think Gabe Green was just special needs in there. And AJ Fletcher, he'll probably just have to stay on the outside and then cut in to make his moments versus just walking into punches. So I do think this one goes over. I don't feel extremely confident in it, but the battle decision number that we got is phenomenal. So
yeah, I mean, Fletcher's shown his toughness, especially in the Losa and the Semmelsberger fight. So, yeah, battle. I mean, he could finish him, but I'm leaning decision definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it is nerve-wracking. I mean, he's got a giant reach advantage, and I think Battle would be the better submission grappler. I think it's pretty apparent, but anyway, these are the bets that we have for the card. Man, other spots that I would look at or liked. Cody Brundage knockout round 1. That's his only way to win. Malkoun KO round 2 or 3. I think those are good options. Bryce Mitchell by decision, although the line is destroyed. I was going to do it, but he's just destroyed at this point. Can't do it. Jourdain by decision is like plus 220, which is pretty crazy to me because I think Ramos has never been finished. So that's one to keep your eye on. Jake Collier versus Mohammed Usman. If you're betting on this fight, I'm sorry, you're not that smart. I'm sorry, other cappers, but I just don't think betting on this fight is smart at all. Usman looks horrible. Collier looks horrible. I don't think it's going to be a good fight. So, any thoughts from you?
I mean, if you are betting, why not take Jake Collier by KO round 1?
I think it's plus 800, which is really his only way to win, in my opinion. So,
yeah, exactly.
Actually, I don't know. Usman's gas tank is shit too, just because he has better, I think, a better cardio, but he holds so much muscle that if he uses it, he'll just get super tired super fast. So it's like, do you want to get the guy who's tired by eating donuts or the guy who's tired by lifting? I don't know. It's a mess of a fight, but I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of like plumber's cracks shown from Jake Collier in the fight. So.
Yeah, they should probably both be wearing bras in there. So,
all right. Anything else from you? NFL bets? You want to say your NFL bet?
Yeah, I got 49ers plus or minus 2.5 parlayed with Jaguars and the Ravens. That's the only parlay I have so far for NFL. A lot of wide favorites.
Yep, I just did a Debo over 14.5 rushing yards, and I know there's not much time until anyone sees this, so stay tuned for the NFL bets, of course, later in the week, and then we got a week off, so probably just see the next prediction video on Saturday next week. I think that's the plan, probably. So stay tuned,
yes, sir,
and
peace. Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Never